What is going on, guys? It's your boy War. So last time I did a video, I think I was just putting the front bumper, fender, everything together, as well as the valve cover and everything up front here. The last thing I had to do was finish fixing the rockers and the exhaust. So right now I had run into the problem with the exhaust here, and what happened was they're all bent, and so I tried to take the bends out as much as I could and put it back together all in one piece, so that way I could just throw it up under the car and just put two V-bands together and everything's back. But within doing that, I guess I pushed in the pipes too far, and they actually needed more room because it wasn't clearing the little tunnel it had to route to the back of the vehicle. So it was hitting the gas tank, and it just needed to be spaced out more in order to clear the gas tank. Now in doing that, I had actually pushed in, I guess, one of the pipes too far, and well, here's the result. It wouldn't come out. So this is what I had to do. I don't know, I guess what I'm gonna have to do is cut this like probably around this margin, this area right here, and pretty much save the little V-band section. That way I could just have somebody weld another piece of titanium pipe and just go from there, because definitely not going to spend $600 or something to get a whole new exhaust. Then I got to change my O2 plugs. And along doing the exhaust, I had figured out that taking out the last part of the pipe here that goes out the back of the bumper, I noticed there's these marks from where you could tell wide open throttle. It just pushed out some soot, so that tells me there's a crack. I don't know if you could see it in the camera here. You could kind of see it a little bit. It goes all the way alongside this little weld here, and then it goes down. Kind of see it go down there, right along here. And that's not the only spot. There's actually another spot. If I flip it around, put it on this back side here, and then there's another spot where it's seeping through. So all in all, I gotta get those pipes welded, and then she'll be good. As for the exhaust, and that's pretty much the last thing other than these rockers and the quarter panels here. I'm just finishing up the quarter panels. I forgot to mention that I had to do these quarter panels, but from the summer of driving, you know, with the tire hitting up the quarter from every now and then, just creates a little bit of rub, and I got to the point where it was just bare metal in some spots. So it wasn't entirely really bad. And there was a little bit of surface rust, so I wanted to get rid of that surface rust. That way it didn't start to expand and, you know, go farther and any deeper into the metal. So, as for the rockers, like I mentioned, I was going to do the little foam action there and put some Bondo, but I haven't put the Bondo on yet. So what I've done is finished the foam part, and it didn't come out too bad. It's pretty much filled in all the gaps in all the holes all the way down towards the rocker, so it's not bad. And just gonna finish cleaning up these little arches here on the fender, and then I'll be able to drop the car down. That way I'll just jack up one side. Instead of the car being on jack stands and all four, if I just jack up the one side and tilt the car, it'll actually give me a lot better angle at fixing these rockers here. That way, instead of this car being straight, it'll be almost not straight up, but it'll be at the angle. You guys know what I mean. It'll be at the angle to where it's just easier for me to layer that Bondo on there. We'll see what we got next in the next clip. So I'm just finished doing these arches, and yeah, then the rocker's the last thing to do. And let me fast forward a couple hours. She's finally on the ground. All 4 wheels. And so now I finished fixing up the quarter spindles under here and painted them up, sanded them down, and all that stuff. So those are done now. All I've got left is, of course, the rockers. Finished that. A little bit of some spots over here that were pretty exposed to rust, and then I got a little hole. I gotta pretty much get that down as bare as I can, and yeah, just fill it. Should be good to go. Do the walk around. Ain't nothing special about it, but all 4 wheels are on, and yeah. And when I lowered it on the ground, I was really surprised. I was like, geez, it's been up in the air for so long, I forgot how low it was. And literally, it almost looks like I'm looking down on top of it. It's crazy. I mean, technically I am, but it's, I don't know if it really makes me feel tall, or the car's just that low, which I know it's not. But, yeah, we're doing things, getting places. And I could finally look at top of the engine straight down. Doesn't look too bad. But yeah, that's all she wrote, and kind of looks bare at this angle. Almost looks like a regular neon without the side skirt there. But I'll get to the rockers at some point. I've got all winter. You know, it's crazy sitting in this car. It's weird. I know it's been probably like 2.5 months or so, but to me it feels real too long, for way too long, that it's been up and off the ground, so it definitely feels weird sitting in it right now. It's actually really comfortable. I was used to sit in it when it was up in the air, and it's just not the same. It's finally on the ground, and yeah, I know. I keep talking about it, but it's things like that that just settle in and sink in for you. Definitely can't wait to drive it though. Fail number 1. Let's try a second. Yeah, that light's bright. Does come in handy though. Does come in handy.